Let's delve into the world of JavaScript loops, specifically the for/in loop. This loop is your tool for navigating through the properties of an object. We will explore how it works and what makes it unique. We will also learn about iterating over object properties. The for/in loop iterates over all of the enumerable string properties of an object. It's important to note that this includes properties from the prototype chain. The loop only goes through properties that are enumerable. In each cycle, the loop returns the property name or the key. Consider this example, where we have an object called computer, with properties brand and year. Using a for/in loop, we can copy all the properties of the computer object into a new object named result. A key aspect of the for/in loop is that it accesses inherited properties, those from the prototype chain. To filter out prototype properties, we use the hasOwnProperty method. For example, consider two objects, vehicle and car. The car object inherits from vehicle. The car object has brand and model properties of its own and type, and wheels properties are inherited from the prototype, which is the vehicle object. By using hasOwnProperty, we can distinguish between the car's own properties and the inherited properties. Here you can see a visualization that depicts the car object and its prototype chain, showing the distinction between own and prototype properties. When using a for/in loop, the order of iteration can be a bit nuanced. Integer keys are sorted numerically, string keys appear in the order they were inserted, and symbol keys are not enumerated at all. However, the exact order can vary between JavaScript engines, particularly for non-integer keys. So, you should not rely on specific order for your program logic. For example, in an object named obj, having properties with both number and string keys, you'll observe that the numeric keys are ordered numerically first, and then the string keys are in insertion order as shown in the output. Using a for/in loop with arrays is not recommended. It iterates over all enumerable properties, including any custom properties you might add and inherited ones. For example, if you add a custom property to an array and then try to loop over it using for/in, you'll see that the custom property is also included in the loop. This can cause unexpected results. So, for iterating over arrays, it's better to use for/of loops for each method or traditional for loops. These methods are designed specifically for arrays and iterate over array values correctly. The for/in loop is particularly useful in scenarios involving object manipulation. It can be used for deep cloning objects, where you recursively copy all properties including nested objects. It can also be used to filter object properties, allowing you to create a new object containing only specified properties, useful for tasks like data sanitization. In the first example, we have the code for deep cloning an object. In the second example, we have an object called user and the function to sanitize it based on the allow list. When using the for/in loop, always use the hasOwnProperty method to exclude inherited properties. Use object.keys when you only need to iterate over the object's own enumerable properties and avoid using it for arrays. Use for/of or array methods instead. For better performance, cache the hasOwnProperty method. Consider object.entries when you need both keys and values. And use object.getOwnProperty names when you need all own properties, including non-enumerable ones. In summary, the for/in loop is designed for iterating over enumerable object properties, including those in the prototype chain. It iterates over all enumerable string-keyed properties, both own and inherited. Always use hasOwnProperty to exclude inherited properties. Avoid using it with arrays, instead use for/of for each or traditional for loops. It is ideal for object property enumeration, deep cloning, and property filtering. The final example shows how to iterate over an object, process its own properties, and recursively call the function to process nested objects. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.